The Ka-115 has always been one of those lesser-known Kamov concepts that quietly sits in the background of Russian rotary wing development, but by 2025 it has started to attract renewed attention. While it never reached the same fame as the Ka-50 or Ka-52, the Ka-115 represents an interesting design philosophy that blends compact size, Kamov's signature coaxial rotor system, and a focus on flexibility. In 2025, discussions around the Ka-115 are less about mass production and more about how its ideas are being refreshed, adapted, and possibly integrated into modern roles that didn't even exist when the original concept was first discussed. At its core, the Ka-115 concept was built around efficiency and compactness. Kamov helicopters are famous for using coaxial rotors instead of a traditional tail rotor, and the Ka-115 followed that tradition. This design reduces overall length, improves maneuverability, and allows the helicopter to operate in tight spaces such as urban environments, ship stacks, or remote landing zones. In 2025, this design philosophy feels more relevant than ever. Modern conflicts, civil operations, and security missions increasingly demand aircraft that can operate where space is limited and conditions are unpredictable. One of the biggest updates associated with the Ka-115 in 2025 is the renewed focus on modular mission capability. Instead of being locked into a single role, the Ka-115 concept is now often discussed as a flexible platform. Depending on mission needs, it can be configured for light transport, reconnaissance, training, patrol, or even specialized support tasks. This modular approach reflects a broader trend in aviation, where operators want fewer aircraft types that can do more jobs through quick reconfiguration. In this sense, the Ka-115 fits well into modern thinking. Avionics are an area where the 2025 update narrative becomes especially important. Early concepts of the Ka-115 were developed in a very different technological era, but modern expectations are far higher. In 2025, the Ka-115 is imagined with a fully digital cockpit, large multifunction displays, and advanced flight management systems. Pilots benefit from improved situational awareness, with data from navigation systems, sensors, and communication links presented in a clear and intuitive way. This is not just about comfort, it directly improves safety and mission effectiveness, especially during low-altitude or poor visibility operations. Another major point of discussion in 2025 is the integration of modern navigation and positioning technologies. Satellite-based navigation, inertial systems, and secure communication links are now standard expectations. For a compact helicopter like the Ka-115, this means it can operate independently or as part of a larger network. In joint operations, it can share data with ground units, command centers, or other aircraft. This network-centric capability turns a small helicopter into a valuable information node rather than just a transport or observation platform. Power plant modernization is also central to the 2025 Ka-115 update story. Advances in engine technology over the past decade have focused on better fuel efficiency, reduced maintenance requirements, and improved reliability. In discussions around the Ka-115, modern turboshaft engines are often highlighted as a way to extend range and endurance without increasing size or weight. This is particularly important for operators who need long on-station time for patrol, observation, or training missions while keeping operating costs under control. Noise reduction has become another important factor by 2025. Both military and civilian operators are more sensitive to acoustic signatures, whether for stealth, community relations, or crew comfort. The coaxial rotor system already offers some advantages in this area, and further refinements in blade design and rotor control systems are often associated with the Ka-115's modernized vision. Reduced vibration and noise not only improve comfort but also extend the lifespan of airframe components. In terms of materials, The 2025 narrative emphasizes the use of modern composites and lightweight alloys. These materials reduce overall weight while maintaining strength and durability. For the Ka-115, this means better performance margins, higher payload capacity relative to size, and improved resistance to harsh environmental conditions. Whether operating in extreme cold, heat, or maritime environments, the helicopter benefits from materials designed for long service life with minimal maintenance. The Ka-115's potential role as a training platform is another area gaining attention in 2025. With modern avionics and flight control systems, it could serve as an advanced trainer for pilots transitioning to larger or more complex helicopters. The coaxial rotor system offers unique handling characteristics, and training on such a platform prepares pilots for other Kamov designs. Simulated systems, embedded training modes, and digital diagnostics make it easier to integrate training into everyday operations without the need for separate aircraft types. Unmanned and optionally piloted concepts are also part of the broader 2025 conversation. While the Ka-115 itself is traditionally viewed as a manned helicopter, its compact size and modernized systems make it a candidate for experimentation. Discussions often include the possibility of remote operation, high levels of automation, or even optional unmanned modes for specific missions. This reflects a global trend where helicopters are gradually incorporating technologies once reserved for drones, such as automated navigation, obstacle avoidance, and mission planning software. Survivability and safety systems are another area where 2025 updates stand out. Modern crash-worthy seats, energy-absorbing structures, and advanced fire suppression systems significantly improve crew safety. For the Ka-115, these updates are especially important given its potential use in training or operations close to populated areas. Enhanced safety features also make the platform more attractive to civilian operators, law enforcement agencies, and emergency services. Maintenance philosophy has also evolved. In 2025, the Ka-115 concept is associated with condition-based maintenance rather than traditional fixed schedules. Sensors throughout the airframe and drivetrain monitor stress, temperature, vibration, and wear in real time. This data allows operators to predict issues before they become serious problems, reducing downtime and costs. For smaller operators or organizations with limited budgets, this approach can be a decisive advantage. From a market perspective, the Ka-115 in 2025 is often discussed not as a mass-produced frontline combat helicopter, but as a niche platform with broad appeal. Its size and flexibility make it suitable for border patrol, coastal surveillance, training, utility transport, and even corporate or VIP roles when configured appropriately. This versatility aligns well with the needs of countries and organizations that require capable aircraft without the expense and complexity of larger helicopters. International interest is another interesting aspect. While the Ka-115 is rooted in Russian design philosophy, the 2025 discussion often includes potential export-oriented configurations. These would emphasize ease of operation, compatibility with international standards, and customizable avionics packages. By offering different levels of equipment and capability, the Ka-115 concept can be tailored to diverse customers without fundamentally changing the platform. The role of automation deserves special attention. Modern flight control systems can significantly reduce pilot workload, especially during demanding phases like takeoff, landing, and low-speed maneuvering. For the Ka-115, automation enhances the inherent stability of the coaxial rotor system, making the helicopter more forgiving and accessible to less experienced pilots. In training and utility roles, this translates directly into safer and more efficient operations. Environmental considerations are also part of the 2025 update narrative. Fuel efficiency, emissions reduction, and sustainable operations are becoming increasingly important. While helicopters are inherently energy-intensive, improvements in engine efficiency and aerodynamic design help reduce environmental impact. The Ka-115's compact size and efficient rotor system position it well in this context. especially for short-range missions where efficiency gains are most noticeable. By 2025, the Ka-115 also benefits from advances in mission planning and post-flight analysis tools. Digital mission planning allows crews to prepare routes, evaluate weather, and assess risks before flight. After the mission, recorded data can be analyzed to improve performance, training outcomes, and maintenance planning. This data-driven approach transforms the helicopter from a standalone machine into part of a larger operational ecosystem. The Ka-115's story in 2025 is ultimately about relevance. Even though it may not dominate headlines like larger or more heavily armed helicopters, its design philosophy aligns closely with modern needs. Compact, efficient, adaptable, and technologically advanced, it represents a direction that many aerospace developers are exploring. Rather than chasing maximum size or firepower, the focus is on flexibility, cost-effectiveness, and integration into complex operational environments. In summary, the 2025 Ka-115 update is less about the single dramatic change and more about a comprehensive evolution. Modern avionics, improved engines, advanced materials, enhanced safety systems, and the modular approach to missions all come together to refresh the concept. Whether as a training platform, utility helicopter, or experimental test bed for new technologies, the Ka-115 demonstrates how even lesser-known designs can find new life when adapted to contemporary requirements. As aviation continues to evolve, platforms like the Ka-115 remind us that innovation is not always about building something entirely new. Sometimes, it is about revisiting existing ideas with fresh technology and modern priorities. In that sense, the Ka-115 in 2025 stands as a quiet but compelling example of how thoughtful design and continuous improvement can keep a helicopter concept relevant in a rapidly changing world.